Hey, it's Emily and this is going to be episode 2 in my 12 from 12 Friends vlog series. So this month, if you saw my February TBR, then you'll know that this month's pick is The Millhouse Murders by Yukito Ayatsuji, sorry. And this was picked by my lovely friend Harry. So yes, this is my pick for February. I'm fully aware that this is not a good time to start this book because literally in about 10 minutes I'm leaving the house and going to Leeds for work. It's gonna be fun. Might not actually get to vlog much of this, but we'll see. This is the second in the house murder series. I got the first one here, the Decon House Murders, which I enjoyed. This is a locked room mystery. It sounds really interesting. I think it was like loads of stuff happened. Yeah, when I read the back in my TBR video, loads of stuff happens. Like it says, one stormy night, the tranquility of this guy's retreat is shattered by gruesome murder, a baffling disappearance, and theft of a priceless painting, and apparently murder or death strikes again and again. So I think this is gonna be fun. It's not too long, and this is gonna be my train read up to Leeds for work and back again tomorrow, hopefully. So this may be a very, very short vlog, we'll see. I also curled my hair on Sunday and it's now Tuesday, and I thought the curls would drop a bit. They haven't, so we're just vibing with very curly hair at the minute. But yeah, I now need to just put my final books in my bag, pack and go because I need to catch my bus in about, I'm not wearing a watch, about 15 minutes. So I'll catch up with you hopefully later when I'm at the hotel, but there may be a very b-roll heavy vlog this month, so apologies for that. I know Harry doesn't watch these, but I will definitely tell him in message what I think of his pick. Hey, so it's a couple days later. No, it's not, is it? Today's Thursday, so I don't even know when I actually last spoke to you. Was that 2 days ago, Tuesday? I have finished The Millhouse Murders. I pretty much read the rest of it, like the majority of it, on the train back from Leeds yesterday for work. My seat was like different, like separate from the rest of the team, so they said that they watched football on the train. I was happy a couple rows back with my book, and I literally binged it, and the timing was perfect. Like literally they were like, we are now approaching London King's Cross or whatever it is, like literally as they're pulling into the platform, and I was like, last page. But yeah, this book was really easy to binge, I think, especially because it's kind of set over one day, but it's set over one day 2 years in a row, if that makes sense. So it's kind of dual timeline. We have the past of September 28th in 1985, and then we have the present, which is the same day but in 1986, so 1 year later. So on this night in the past, a year ago, loads of drama happened. There was 2 murders, supposedly 2 dead people, a disappearance, and a stolen painting. So it all happens on this one night and everyone's a bit like, ooh, but it was all kind of blamed on the man that disappeared. They were like, yeah, he killed them, stole the painting, and he's gone away. Now this kind of like random bloke, Shimada Kiyoshi, he comes in and is like, I'm gonna do my own investigation here. So a year later, he comes in, investigates, and he's like, I don't think it was that guy. So in comparison to the Decon House Murders, I actually really preferred this one, I think. Maybe because I was comparing that one too much to and then There Were None, which was one of my favourite books ever. So this was definitely good fun. Very easy to binge, like I said. I did it all on the train, so very happy with my reading experience. The only downside is like I was on the road to give it a 4.5, and then when it came to the reveal I literally got it 100% right. Like there's a tiny bit that I didn't get completely right, but the rest of it I had guessed. But maybe that says more about, I don't know, I was gonna say more about me. Like I'm clever. Yeah, it was really fun. So I guess I didn't really talk too much about the plot like I did. So the main character, Kichi, he was in a terrible car accident, as well as a friend and the friend's girlfriend. And because of that, he was, I think, really burnt, and he's got a really scarred face and hands. So he wears gloves and a mask, and he has completely isolated himself with his wife that's like 20 years younger. As in, like, I think they're 19 and 41. He keeps himself all the way isolated in this mill house that he's built himself, and his father was a famous artist, and he's now collecting all his like dad's art and putting it in a gallery in this house. And I know I kept saying I don't think they're related in any way, I think it's just the fact they're in houses. Not quite true. I was kind of reading it, I did think the character Shimada Kiyoshi was familiar, but then I was like, oh, maybe it's just like, you know, a common name. Turns out it's because he was featured in the Deccan House Murders. The kind of link, I think, between them, whether that it continues for the rest of the series, because I think these are the only ones in English yet. I think the link between them all is the architect of the house, because they've all been interesting secret rooms, like not your bog standard, you know, detached house. They've all been, I think they call it like curious houses in the book. I don't know, I can't remember, but yeah. So the guy's like, oh, is it a thing with this architect? So I don't know if it continues for the rest of the series, but yes, I'm now caught up with the English translations, and I'm going to put this on my shelf there in a minute. But yeah, like I said, I did give it I was, well, going to give it a 4.5, but I'm going to settle on a 4 just because there was not one bit that really surprised me at the end. A couple tiny finer details that I was like, okay, that was not how I pictured it in my head, but like the major twists and all that, like I called them. I'm not gonna lie. But the dual timeline was really good, and it was done in a way that, like, I don't know how to describe it, right? So you know, sometimes in dual timeline books you get the past and then in the future the characters don't know what, I don't know how to describe it. So you have that, what's the word, when you know as the audience, like the viewer, the reader, know things but the characters don't. So it's kind of, it wasn't like that. It was, I'm describing this so badly, it was like you'd have the past, like the next chapter would be present, and it would be Shimada being like, oh, thank you for telling me all that, as though the past sections were not just flashbacks. But overall I think it was a really fun read, and I definitely want to pick up more from the series. I do recommend it. Like I said, I don't know if it's just me or if it just genuinely isn't a very surprising plot twist, but it was still, I think, a really fun reading experience, so I recommend. But yeah, that's another one of my 12 from 12 done. So thank you to Harry for picking this one for me. I'll definitely be informing him via text because there's no way he watches these videos, but yeah, very happy with this one, and oh, I really enjoyed it. So maybe I will put it up to a 4.5 just for the reading experience. I don't know, I'll think about it. But yeah, so that's that one. Thank you for watching this really bad vlog. It was literally just b-roll and then a review at the end, I guess. But yeah, thank you for watching if you did, and please give it a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you're new around here, because I really appreciate each and every one of you. And I'll see you soon with a brand new video. Bye.